Hi guys, my name is Trin and today I am doing a book haul, another one, can you believe it? But this one is special because this one is a Bookcon book haul. There are so many books right in front of me. I mean, it looks really beautiful, but at the same time, I am nervous as hell. I went to Bookcon the very first time. I went with my girl Kyla, but then like we met up with Sandy when we were there, so it was like a lot of fun. And the books I got on the first day of Bookcon, oh my god, it was a lot. So I did bring a lot of books from home up to New York, bought a lot of books in New York, had to bring all of them home, and I don't even want to tell you like the struggle of lugging all these books in the subway in New York. It was a mission, honestly, because my suitcase was so heavy. I don't even want to tell you, like, it's just really bad. But you know, I'm home now. I am looking at my books. It looks beautiful. So let's jump into this haul before it gets too long, honestly. So the first book that I bought at Bookcon is actually Furyborn, and look at the cover. It's beautiful in so many ways. So this book was actually 50% off at Bookcon. It was like only $10, which is amazing because this book came out like a few weeks ago and I got 50% off, which is like a huge deal. So it is signed by the author. Right here is signed by the author. As you can see, it's not personalized because I did buy this at the actual booth and I was like, you know what, it's signed, it's $10. I actually want to read this book, so I bought it on the spot. So it was a huge deal in my opinion. So this book follows two girls, I believe. One is Riel and one is, what the hell is her name? Eliana, I believe. I've heard the synopsis, but I'm still kind of confused. So I believe like Riel has to go through this task because she's like the kind of person who can perform 7 kinds of elemental magic. Is there a prophecy? I feel like there's always like a prophecy in fantasy books. So Riel and Eliana, they're from different time periods, I believe, but then like maybe they'll meet up at the end for reasons. I'm not good with giving synopsis like I said, but it's just there's so many books, I'm so overwhelmed, so I cannot guarantee you that I will give you good synopsis and stuff. I mean, just read it on Goodreads. I mean, seriously. So yeah, this book is fantasy. It's the first book of a series. I don't know how many books. I'm very excited to read this book. It's the very first book that I bought at Bookcon. So the next one is Dropkick Romance. This is actually my copy, so I brought this from home and I got it signed by Cyrus Parker, and it says, "Trin, go forth and dropkick the world," and it looks so cool. So I met him. It was amazing. He recognized me from Instagram. He was like, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" I was like, maybe Instagram, because I mention you pretty often, I feel like. But then he's also signing with Trista, and I got her newest book, Honeybee, and she also signed for me. It says, "Trin, you are not defined by the people you walk away from," and her signature. If you don't know, Honeybee is actually a poetry book, so I cannot wait to read a poetry book. And then this book is gigantic, and this is actually my copy of The Best We Could Do by Thi Bui. There are, I believe, 2 Vietnamese authors signing at Bookcon, so of course I had to support them. So I got their tickets and I went to their line and got my stuff signed. So this is The Best We Could Do. If you don't know, this is actually a graphic novel. So it's gigantic and it's like intimidating, but I'm so excited to read this book because I believe it's about the main character and how she and her family have to immigrate to Vietnam. I'm so excited. I met her. She was so sweet. She remembered my name. She called me Jin, which is the correct pronunciation in Vietnam. Trin is like the Americanized one, but Jin is the correct one. So she drew this for me. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like, I think it's her. So she wrote in Vietnamese, which is amazing because I spoke to her in Vietnamese when I met her and she was so sweet, so nice. And of course I had to meet Viet Nguyen, and I got 2 of his books signed. I got the Sympathizer by Viet Nguyen because I actually don't have this and I love the cover, and he signed it for me. It says, "For Trin, we will live." And it's like right here, and there's his signature. So from what I gathered, this book has won like the Pulitzer Prize, which is amazing. I'm so proud of that. I'm gonna read the back. The narrator, a communist double agent, is a man of 2 minds, a half French, half Vietnamese army captain who arranges to come to America after the fall of Saigon. And while building a new life with other Vietnamese refugees in Los Angeles, he is secretly reporting back to his communist superiors in Vietnam. Oh shit, I did not know that. So this is actually my first time like knowing what the novel is actually about. So I'm very excited to read this book. And then also this book I have signed is called The Refugee. So this is my copy. I brought it from home. The sign for me says, "For Trin, may you always be at home," which is awesome. It's right there. And I love the cover. This is actually my favorite cover. It says right here, "The Refugees is a collection of perfectly formed stories written over a period of 20 years. And these powerful stories set in both Vietnam and America. Nguyen paints a vivid portrait of the experience of people leading lives between two worlds, the adopted homeland and the country of birth." That's all I have to know, honestly. And I believe it's like a story that many people will relate to. I mean, I feel like I will probably be relating to this. I don't know, because I live here but I was born in Vietnam, if you don't know. I met Tahereh Mafi and I got all of my books signed. Well, most of my books. I have furthermore, but I didn't bring it. But I have the Shatter series signed. I'm so excited. So she was so lovely, so nice. She's so freaking pretty. Oh my god, I went up to her and I was like, "Girl, you're like a fashion icon." And she was like really flattered. So for this one, for Shatter Me, it's just her signature, I believe. I think all of them, it's just her signature. Like Shatter Me, Unite Me, which is like the novella, and then Unravel Me, Ignite Me. I believe it's just her signature. For Restore Me, I bought Restore Me at Bookcon, and I believe it's personalized. This is Trin, and then her signature right there. So damn, I'm so happy I have this now, because I actually don't have Restore Me, so you know, I have it now. So if you don't know, the Shatter Me series is no longer a trilogy, it's actually a series now. So this series is like a dystopian series. It's about Juliet and her power. So in the first book, she's like in prison, I believe, and she has this like power that's very powerful. Oh my god. So her touch is lethal, so you know, when she touches you, you die and shit. That's the story basically. So this is the fourth book. This came out this past March, I believe. Yeah, I think this came out in March. So I am planning to reread the Shatter Me series and then do a book review and discussion for all of them. So I'm very excited for that. And then the next one, I also met Amanda Lovelace, which is amazing. She actually remembered me. She's like, "Oh my god, hi Trin, how are you?" I was like, "I am well, I am good, I'm fantastic," because you said my name. So I actually brought 3 of my books there. So I brought the self-published of The Princess Saved for Seven, this one, the actual Princess Saved for Seven, this one that you can get in stores, and then my Target edition of The Witch. So when I was there, I had to buy the original book to get all of my shit signed. So she signed all of them. I think they're all personalized, so I'm so excited for that. The self-published one, I believe it says, "Trin, always remember to save yourself," which is awesome. So it's right there, and I believe it's the same thing for this book, "Remember to always save yourself." So if you don't know, this is her debut poetry book, and you can get it in stores, which is awesome. And then for The Witch Doesn't Burn, this one, this is my Target edition. I think it says the same thing. It says, "Trin, smash / burn the patriarchy," and I think it says the same thing with this one. And like, I was not a big fan of paying 15 bucks for this book, even though I already have the Target edition. But after meeting her, I was just so happy. So I was like, you know what, it's okay, I don't mind having multiple edition of books, I guess. I got this for free, which is Wild Embers by Nikita Gill, and she was signing her books for free, which is awesome. So I'm so glad she did that, because I did not want to pay any more money. So it says, "Trin, stay inspiring," and she was so lovely. She said she loved my makeup, and that right there is the best compliment you can ever give to anyone. So this is her poetry book. I will definitely read this very soon, because I have so many poetry books now, and I'm so excited for that. And I actually got an ARC. This is what it is. It's called Disconnected: Poems and Stories of Connection and Otherwise. So these authors on, you know, the cover, these are the authors that have written some stuff in here. I'm so excited to read this book, because I see some familiar, you know, peoples like Nikita Gill, Amanda Lovelace, Trista, Cyrus, and I don't know the rest honestly, but I cannot wait to read this book to know their work and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to have this arc. And my girl Kyla, she got to meet Morgan Matson, so I gave Kyla my favorite Morgan Matson book to have it signed. If you don't know what it is Second Chance Summer, and this is Morgan Matson's debut novel, and it's my favorite one from her. So this book is signed, I believe, Yep, it says right there. So this book follows Taylor Edwards, and she has a hard time in her life because her father has cancer. So the family decides to go to like the old beach house, and they spend the summer there, and she meets new people, but then old people, like her old friends and stuff like that. That's the story basically. It's long, but damn, it's just really good, and I really want to reread this book because it's been 2 years. So I'm just so happy I have this sign, honestly. So at Bookcon, actually, they have Save the Day by Morgan Matson. So this book was coming out June 6th. Is it the 6th today? June 6th? June 5th? I don't even remember. But like they have copies, like early copies at Bookcon, and you can get it and get it signed and stuff. So I got mine signed too. Oh, it is personalized. It says to Trin, all my best, and then her signature right there. Let's see the synopsis because I actually don't remember what it is. Charlie's sister is getting married. So I believe this takes place in like 2 or 3 days because it's, you know, a wedding and things go wrong. Yeah, there's always something going wrong at a wedding. So there we go. She has a crush on a guy, shows up, and then sisters and stuff like that. This is me giving a half-ass synopsis, but the cover is so pretty. This is the back. Oh my god, this is the front. This is the back. That's amazing. So I'm so excited to read this book. I'm sure I'll read it this summer because it's like the perfect book to read in the summer. So I have an early copy of Save the Day. I'm so excited. I mean, I've heard okay things about this book, but it's whatever. And now the last book that I got on Saturday, which is like the first day of Bookcon. This is the last book, and it's called From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. This book was like 50% off at Bookcon, and it's not signed or anything, but it was on sale for 50% off. So of course I had to get it. Sandy also got a copy because we were like, this is like the best deal ever. Like we will never find something like this, because this came out at like the end of May and we got it for 50% off. That's amazing. So this is a beautiful cover. So let's see what it's about because I don't remember. So the main character is called Twinkle, and I believe she's an aspiring filmmaker, and then she has a crush on this guy, but then turns out she also has a crush on another guy, but then of course they're twin brothers. Honestly, a lot of times I don't want to know much about a certain contemporary because I just want to, like, you know, read it and like know for myself. So I'm excited to read this book, even though When Dimple Met Rishi is not my favorite because I'm not a big fan of Dimple. I already said this. She hits Rishi a lot. I mean, I think it's gonna be good. I know that there's some people who love this book, so I'm so excited to have it in my possession. It was 50% off. Like, that's so good. So those are the books I got on Saturday. So on Sunday, the books that I brought to the actual convention wasn't a lot, but then at the same time I left with a lot of books. So I also met Sophia Elaine Hanson because she has her own booth at Bookcon, and of course I had to visit her because we knew each other from Twitter. So I got my copy of Hummingbird signed. So this is signed to me. So it says to Trin, love, and then her signature. I mean, she signed it in silver Sharpie. Anyway, this is her debut poetry book. So this one is like the recent one. So Like Thunder by Sophia Elaine Hanson, and it says to Trin, love, and then her signature. I'm not gonna lie, she did misspell my name. She said Trihn, but then I was like, no girl, that's not it. So I wiped out like the H and make it an N, and then yeah, I corrected my own name. So here we are. And then also I purchased something that's very exciting. So this is what it came in. So in this is actually the vinyl trilogy, and I have not opened it. I was like waiting for this video to open it, so I'm so excited. So this is the first book vinyl. Holy shit, this is cool. I think it's signed. That's what Sophia told me. Oh, that's so cool. It is signed. And there's like the character's face on here. Oh my god, that's so cool. I did not know that. The second book I believe is Radio. So here it is. Yeah, it's the same thing. The same signature. And Siren. Oh my god, it has an Asian person on the cover. I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. So this one has the same signature, but in silver Sharpie. So this trilogy, I believe, is a dystopian trilogy. It has to do with music. I believe like music is like forbidden and all that stuff. I honestly don't know much, but I'm so excited to have this in my collection now. Oh my god. At first I was like hesitant to buy it because it was like a lot, but it's okay. It was Bookcon. I was pretty reckless. So I'm so glad to have this trilogy in my possession. So hopefully I'll read it in 2018. hopefully. You know me, I always say shit like this, like hopefully I'll read it this year, but like I'm just fucking around at this point. So the next book I got at Bookcon is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. So I met Adam Silvera, but I really wanted to get History Is All You Left Me signed, but I wanted to buy a copy there, but they didn't have it at all, so they only have They Both Die at the End. So it says Trin and then the signature, so it's so cute. And this story, every time I read the title, I just like think of like a joke in my head, like, oh my god, do they really both die at the end? I'm sure they do, because then it's like a cop-out, you know? So this story is about these two guys who receive a message saying that they're gonna die at the end of the day, or like within 24 hours, and they both meet on this app, and then they live their last day to the fullest and stuff like that. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry probably. So I'm so excited to have a book by Adam Silvera in my bookshelf, for my bookshelf actually. So the next one is actually Nick Stone. So this is my copy of Dear Martin. I bought it at Barnes & Noble. I brought it to get it signed. It says Dear Martin, but she crossed it out and says my name, Trin, and then it says Rain On, and she signed it in silver Sharpie. Silver is gold. This story is about justice and how he goes to a school that's, I believe, predominantly white. So he's a black kid who goes to a school that's like predominantly white, and he doesn't really fit in. But then also in his community, he also feels like he's being shunned out because he goes to an elite school, and I believe he's like, you know, like I said, he's having a hard time, so he writes letters to Martin Luther King. That's why it says Dear Martin. So I'm so excited to read this book because it's pretty short, you know, so I might read this very soon. So at Bookcon, actually, you don't have to buy a book by Nick Stone to get it signed. You can if you don't have a copy, but you can bring your own. And then they also give out an ARC for Odd One Out, which is her newest book coming out in October. So I'm so glad I have another ARC, which is awesome. So I looked it up on Goodreads. This story is about these three people. So it's like one story, but three perspectives. I want to show you the page that she signed for me. So it says Odd Trin Out, and it says Red Lip on fleek, because I was wearing red lipstick and I guess she really liked it, so I'm so excited. So Kala knew what she wrote in my book, but I didn't know until like the end of the day. I was like, Kala, oh my god, did you know that she wrote this for me? And she was like, yeah, I was there. So hopefully I'll read this book in 2018 because I am really curious on what it is about. So Kala also met Jenny Han, so I gave her my copy of Always and Forever Lara Jean. This is the third book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. So this is my copy. She got it signed for me. Kala, I mean, it's signed right here, which is awesome. So this is the last book of the trilogy, so I cannot give you a proper synopsis, I guess, but all I can say is that Lara Jean, the main character, she's like senior in high school. She has to do with like relationship and SAT or ACT or in college and things that you always deal with when you're a senior in high school. So hopefully I'll read this book sometime in 2018. So if you don't know, Cassandra Clare was also at Bookcon, and no, I did not meet her. I just want to say that out loud. But also, this copy, City of Ashes, this is my copy. This copy means the most to me because I bought this 5 years ago and I read it and I loved it so much. I love City of Ashes more than the others in my opinion. What did I say in my opinion? I did meet someone special at Bookcon. I met Emma Books. If you don't know, on February 20, oh yeah, on my birthday, back in February, I was in a live show for City of Ashes on Emma's channel. So I was like, oh my god, what happened if I get Emma and Cassandra Clare to sign my copy of City of Ashes, the copy that means so much to me. So even though I don't have a signature from Cassandra Clare, I have a signature from Emma Books, which is right here. So now I just have to wait for a book signing from Cassandra Clare, I guess, so I can get this copy signed. Like, that's all I want, is to have Cassandra Clare sign this book. So this is the second book in the Murder Instrument series. It's the second book, so I cannot say much. So yeah, I just want Cassandra Clare to sign this copy, okay? And then the last thing, it's not really a book that I bought at Bookcon, but I did buy this for Bookcon, and it's a pink book. It's actually a novel, and I got a bunch of people to sign it. So I wrote 2018 on this, but I have like Kyla to sign it, Sandy, like a bunch of booktubers and authors too. So I'm so happy I got as many people to sign it, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it's so cool. So Emma signed it, of course, and then Kat, and then Brandon, and then Tahereh Mafi, and then like Amanda Lovelace, Cyrus Parker, like a bunch of authors that I saw at the Bookcon. Then also booktubers, so it was pretty cool. So I'm so happy to have this on my bookshelf now, so I'm like really excited about that. So that is it for my Bookcon book haul. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's been so much fun. Thank you, Kala, for carrying my shit. Okay. okay? Like, Kala is so strong, way stronger than me. She literally helped me carry my luggage up and down the stairs in New York. Thank you to Sandy for like guiding me and Kala through this trip basically, because without Sandy, we would have been lost. Trinh'S trip to New York 2018 will be coming very soon. Please be patient. I had like a lot of footage I had to go through and edit it and all that stuff, but I'm so excited to edit my Trinh'S trip to New York 2018 because I love traveling videos, and I'm so excited for this one because this one's gonna be epic. So that is it for my book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye!